welcome to Fort Sam Houston, Joint Base San Antonio, and now Camp Bullis. I'm Brian Line. I'm the Commanding General of the AMED Center and School and Health Readiness Center of Excellence. You know, we like to have lots of things after our names, and this is Command Sergeant Major Andy Rhodes. He's the Senior Enlisted Advisor for that. Basically what we are is we're President and CEO of a university that graduates about 30 to 35,000 people a year.
I'm very proud to host the Army Medical Experience and proud to be part of the All-American Bowl this week with the U.S. Army Medical Recruiting Brigade as well as the U.S. Army Recruiting Brigade, and it's my pleasure to again to welcome you all today.
The injuries that we display out here for all of our courses, we get them from the latest AARs from the Center for Army's Lesson Learned website. So it's not just hacking off limbs or showing things to them that are gruesome. It's actually real world injuries that are the trends that we get from either Iraq or Afghanistan.
Here, and you guys will see once we go in there, we have mannequins that are out there. The lights are dark. You only have maybe a few lights going on. There's a whole bunch of noise that's going on. That's so they can get distracted.
You want them fat and healthy and with experience. Military is a tremendous place for them to gain that expertise. You might have one of these tents, right, or two of these tents. One's going to be your OR and ICU and recovery. The other one, half of it might be triage, half of it might be sick call, and the other half is ICW.
And I have to tell you that I have been very much impressed with the level of readiness and care and adaptability to provide care to individuals that actually need care immediately.
But welcome to Brooke Army Medical Center. I'm Jeff Johnson, the commander of this organization, and I am honored to have an opportunity not only to lead this organization, but more so to hopefully tell a little bit of the story of what this organization is.
This is a one-patient setup, all right? So we can care for one patient for up to 72 hours in what we consider a mobile ICU, all right? So me as the civilian or as a registered nurse on the burn flight team, I am on a 2-hour recall when I'm on call, all right? So that means that within 2 hours I have to be back in this facility and ready to fly.
This is next level stuff. This is where the ground is being broken by the men and women that work here. It's very exciting.
I think my highlight was the burn unit at Brooke Army Medical Center. Just very, very impressed with their level of care and the ability to provide that care in the field as well as then when they get their patients back to the facilities here. So just amazing.
So we are the busiest simulation center across all military treatment facilities. We perform over 70,000 hours of simulation training every year. We have over 12,000 simulation encounters every year. So very much like how we use simulation to help train our pilots on how to fly airplanes, we use simulation to help train our healthcare professionals no matter what level you are, whether you're a student versus a very senior staff member. We use simulation to help us train in medicine and healthcare in the safest way possible.
My highlight was going through the simulations, the medical simulations yesterday at the hospital and seeing how our current people in healthcare are being trained for medical emergencies.
I recommend military medicine, I recommend Army medicine because I know, I spent 25 years in the Navy as a physician, and so I know what it is we do. However, again, seeing what advances have been made and just how much further we've gone along the lines of Army medicine is very impressive.
Our patients come and spend anywhere between 2 to 6 hours a day. Their goal is to rehab themselves to either get back or to stay on active duty, or let's look at their next chapter of their life. Rehabilitation environments, flight simulation and virtual reality tied together. So think about the individual who has the desire to stay on active duty. How do you truly challenge them in that environment? We can't take the therapist and the patient and drop them into a combat zone. This would be our next best.
You all are doing such wonderful developments to take care of our military, wounded, and civilians. And I'm happy to be able to take the report of this back to my membership.
And one of the key things is take what you learn back to your colleagues, your friends, etc. More importantly, to understand what medicine is all about in the military.
I've been made to work electronical, and just like the old school gun cut, we have the exact same game actually. It works on the weapon system. You shoot, it sends a laser to the target, which sends it back to here, which shows us exactly where we're shooting from.
To me, what was really impressive and what stood out was not only the experiences at the Center of Intrepid that were very touching, and seeing to the degree that veterans were able to be rehabilitated and sometimes actually go back into service. It was also really impressive and unique, the simulation center we saw and how that's being used for continuous quality improvement really stood out to me. And it was impressive that the Army not only just performs all of these medical techniques and these different procedures, but they go back and run it through a simulation center and collect data and then use that to further improve their processes.
I highly recommend any healthcare professional to consider an opportunity in Army medicine, because it's going to make them a better healthcare professional. It's going to make them more effective as a healthcare professional, not only in treating our sons and daughters serving overseas in harm's way, but also too, as they serve our communities in general. They're going to be better doctors, better nurses, better administrators, just better professionals overall. So I certainly recommend Army medicine, or at least looking at the opportunity for anybody that's in the healthcare professions.